My history goes back to being a high school art teacher. I was a ceramics teacher in Indiana for several years, and I felt like I wanted to reconnect with my ability as an artist, and I was feeling that I loved teaching, but I felt in the summer I wanted to increase my artistic ability and reconnect with clay and community. And I came here for a 1 week. It was great. And at the end of that week, Sandra Blaine, the director at the time, offered me a 2-week scholarship to stay and fire the Anagama kiln. I remember from my own experience, after I went to Arrowmont for those 17 weeks, I became a better artist. And then I would take everything I learned from Arrowmont, not only ceramics, but I took painting and drawing. I even took a fibers class, things that were outside of my comfort zone. But I could incorporate them into my teaching in high school. And I'll never forget this one young kid who I had for 3 or 4 years. He'd come in and he goes, "You know, Mr. Griffith, you're not only good in clay, you can draw, you can paint." And I always laughed at that, but then it made me realize that motivation, if you're a teacher and you're an artist, half of the job of instilling motivation in your students is showing your love and passion and your creativity and skill to your students, and then they pick up on that. And I've been here since 1987 as the assistant director, then program director. It'll be 4 years in January as the outreach and partnership liaison. Arrowmont has always had a strong ceramics presence since the beginning of workshops in 1945. In 1992, I started a symposium called Utilitary Clay, Celebrate the Object. The reason I did it, it seemed like when I would go to national conferences, there was a lot of emphasis on conceptual art and more vessel. It's kind of a branded Arrowmont symposium, and it's been successful for 7 times, so we're excited about it. On a personal note, closing, I feel real fortunate I could go in and name almost all of these potters just through recognizing form and pattern and surface. I always joke and say I'll never have to do crossword puzzles when I get older. I'll just come in here and remember all these great pots. For me personally, as a ceramic artist, I felt so honored and privileged to be hiring many of them and putting together symposiums with these artists who are represented in this collection. So it's been a great experience for me to not only meet them and become friends with them, but also to be inspired by their work and their forms. And it makes me I try to be a better potter and learn from them all the time.
Every evening when the sun goes down, get with my party and I begin to clown. I don't care what the people are thinking. I'm not drunk, I'm just a drinker. I set 'em up, another round. Set 'em up, another round.